This is a 34-gallon K2500 gas tank, and this is a C6 Corvette.
Dude, that thing's mint.
Well, after a fuel pump, an alternator, and a battery, this truck is still running like crap. So today we got to get back into it, see what's going on, because it sounds like it's missing. It's a Chevy 350. The obvious things to start with, plugs and wires. And if we're pulling the plugs, we should probably run a compression check and just make sure we have compression on all 8 cylinders. Let's get the air cleaner off, and then we will also get the spark plugs out. Should be a 5/8, which I believe is a 16. Grab these for spark plug wires. And in case you guys were wondering, I did actually put an air filter in it. If we're gonna run a compression check, we should run it right now with the fuel pump disconnected. That way we don't wash the cylinders. So I'm gonna see if I can just disconnect that wiring that I plugged in when I did the fuel pump. Just a quick little start. I don't know why I bought this thing. Oh, also, if you guys are wondering, my friend that I bought this truck from, she needed rent money, so I cashed her out $1,500 when she only posted it for $700 because she's a friend, and we tried to do a partnership thing. It didn't work out. She's a friend. I cashed her out $1,500, and then I did the fuel pump and all the other stuff. In case you guys were curious, that's where we sit. I'm like $2 grand deep in this pile. Now, we'll run out of gas, and we won't be washing the cylinders. Let's go ahead and get the plugs out. Ooh, I should mark these wires. It says right here, so this is cylinder 1. 1 dot. 3 dots. And 7 dots, or I could just put a 7. Hell yes. These wires also seem like the wrong ones. Like, why is this thing looped around here? 2. This really long one is 4. Actually, considering how bad this thing runs, I should see whether these spark plug wires are in the right spot. 6. Oh my God, wait. Are you seeing that? Look at that. It's not even tight. That's crazy. Spark plug's falling out. I wonder if that's where all the misfiring is. What if the plugs are just loose? Oh my God, dude, this one's loose too. That's insane. I don't know who can't even tighten spark plugs. Dude, I think that one's loose too. I think all the plugs are loose. Let's see if we can get them out with no wrench. Start with the loose one that was almost out. I don't know. I'm not an old school mechanic. Let's try number 1. Dude, are you seeing that?
Yeah.
That's insane. That one smells like gas more so. Ooh, okay, that one's tight. And this one, loose. One smells like fuel and is wet. 7 appears to be the only tight one. And it was barely tight. I'm gonna buy new wires. I don't like how they're routed. There's a high chance of them getting damaged due to engine vibration or exhaust when they're not the correct wires. I'm sure they're cheap. Actually, inflation happened. These used to be like 40 bucks a set, maybe 30 when I was a kid. I'm gonna be pissed if there's like a $70 set. 8 is hand tight. Wet, or super wet. 7 is, ooh, hand tight. Still wet. 2, hand tight. Less wet. That was actually cylinder 4. Number 2, also hand tight. These do not have that crush washer. These are what are known as taper seat spark plugs, or tapered spark plugs. They torque on this taper right here. This one's super wet. So they don't really need to be that tight, but they need to be tighter than hand tight. Also, the transmission did something weird. Curious. Yeah, that looks kind of low. We gotta check it while running. It is clean. I really like that color. When it's black, black is not good for your transmission. That means it's probably gonna blow up. Compression check time. Someone commented on the Subaru video that this compression checker is not accurate. I will assure you guys, I've tried a lot of compression testers, and this one off Amazon is my favorite, and it was like 30 bucks. We did do some math. I believe I was hitting like, someone commented the math, and when I adjusted for my altitude, 7,000 feet, the white Subaru was actually putting down 182 PSI of compression. But it only read 150 on the gauge because I'm at 7,000 feet and we have less oxygen here. So I'm very happy with this kit. And as far as I'm concerned, it's accurate. So let's go see what we're running. I've never done tapered plugs, but it will seal on that O-ring, I think. So let's just see what happens. Actually, Evan's F-150 might have been tapered. I can't remember. Number 1. Oh, this door! Stupid Chevys. $150. That is beautiful compression. If you want to get technical, it's 145, but fine, 145. Woo, 155. Let's go. $150. $150. $150. $155. I seem to be getting it in just shooting blind, and that doesn't normally happen. $150. I swear, it's always the last one. Why do you have no compression? You bastard. Make sure I'm in all the way. Run it again. Tell me the news. Is it good or bad?
Bad.
Well, how is it worse? That doesn't make sense. Okay, something's going on. I'm gonna brake clean this. We're gonna try again. And I swear, if this cylinder breaks my heart, I'm not gonna be happy. Yeah, that's clearly not cross-threaded. Come on, girl.
Improvement over the last.
No, that's no improvement. That's nothing. That cylinder is not hitting. She's not good. I want to remind everybody that the ad said that this truck ran very well, in all caps. Ran very well. Needs battery and alternator. Very well. This is why I hate Facebook Marketplace. This thing is a piece of crap that I'm now 2 G's deep in. It's okay. Well, at least we get to... At least there's thousands of people watching as I get... Well, there are all our compression numbers, and 150, 145 to 155 is our variance. Adjusted for altitude, those are perfectly fine numbers. over here, number 8, this is our issue. 60 was the first test, 0 was the second test, 10 was the third.
Why would the compression be so low?
I mean, okay, the rings could be bad, the valves could be burnt, the push rods could have come out, like popped out. A push rod could be... Yeah, it's getting windy out there. You smell how bad the gas is?
Yeah.
So when gas is that old and turns to varnish, it actually becomes like glue, and it will stick a valve to the valve guide. And when the valve locks up, it's the same as like the valve hitting the piston, as far as it pushes so hard something has to bend. It's generally the push rod. Sometimes it will pull the studs out of the head because they're factory press in studs into the head. At the machine shop, we used to rip them out and drill them and tap them for screw-in studs. That was a common upgrade. So anyway, we could have a lot of issues, and right now we need to pull the valve cover and see if we're lucky and it's something right there, and ideally we don't have a bent valve or a stuck valve, and the head will have to come off at that point. Now, I went ahead and reviewed footage because I thought that I would be writing down just 0. However, if we look, that is clearly a twitch to 60. So based on that, I actually have some hope. This is kind of reminding me of Evan's F-150, and I believe we have a rocker top end issue. So let's go ahead and get the valve cover off. The good thing about these 350s is they're super easy to work on. So let's just get our plug wires and our dipstick out of the way. And if you're like me and you own the car, this is not a customer car, you don't have to remove much. You can just bend stuff out of your way. Oh yeah. And this thing, here we go. Ooh, I'm a professional. Oh, come on. There's this stupid line back here. A little sludgy, nothing crazy. Wow, once again, look at that. I swear, do we have another top end thing? Oh, that's not good. I think we got a bent push rod. I think it stuck a valve. Oh yeah, that is one mangled. Oh my God. The other piece of the push rod is down there. I gotta see if I can get that out. I don't see it. Has to be down there somewhere though. It does look like I can get it through this port if I can find it. Oh, I think I got it. Broken push rod. We saw the gauge twitch, so I think if we put a push rod in, we're okay. I think it stuck a valve from the bad gas. When Karen was selling it, she did let someone test drive it. I don't know if they over revved it. Well, it's not over revving at this point. It's bad gas. It's varnish sticking a valve. Hopefully it didn't hurt anything. Let me verify the lifter is still in its place. Yeah, the lifter looks like it's still down in there, so maybe we can just put a push rod in this thing. I am gonna pull a push rod. That is an intake valve. So I'm gonna pull an intake, another intake, that way we can make sure to get an intake one. From my machine shop days, I do remember them being the same intake and exhaust. However, if we gotta go buy one, I wanna make sure to match up an intake. I'll just put this back here. And now I'll just set the valve cover back on so New Mexico wind doesn't put a bunch of dirt in our engine. Do you think it broke a push rod when I was revving it earlier?
I don't think so.
You didn't hear anything go?
No.
No. Yeah, I didn't either. It was like missing and sputtering pretty bad, but I think I would have heard a push rod snap. Yo.
What up?
Hey, do you have any Chevy 350 push rods?
No.
Do you have any Chevy 350s I can take apart? For a
No.
Bro, didn't you take apart one and scrap it the other day?
Yeah, but I threw everything.
Intake and exhaust are the same on 350s, correct?
No.
Okay. That I kind of was fearing that, so I pulled an intake so I could match up the intake.
Yeah, and also if you're talking about your truck, is
Yes.
that what you're working on, your truck?
Yes.
Those are also equipped with roller cams on that year, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think
and
so.
the push rods are even more different.
Okay. Maybe. I don't care. I took one out. I'm going to AutoZone. I'm going to get in the zone.
How the f*** did you bend a push rod?
It smells like bad gas, so I bet the varnish stuck a valve and it bent the push rod.
Damn, that'd be some mean varnish.
Oh, dude, it smells terrible.
Was it intake or exhaust?
Intake.
Oh, yeah, that might be.
Yeah, the intake points to varnish.
And what would the spring look like?
The spring and the valve height look okay, so I don't think it bent something, but I don't know. I'm going to give it some push rod and see what she does. Don doesn't have one. I don't know how that's possible. The dude has mad LSs and 350s everywhere, but I guess he has been scrapping all the 350s to LS power everything, so makes sense. Will AutoZone have a push rod? Let's find out.
What do you want?
Push rod. 5.7.
I don't have them. They sold individually, so they're $2.99 a piece. But
And it says they're all. And it says they're all the same. 16 it says, so they should be the same.
16 per car.
Does it tell you a length on it by chance?
Just on this milling one. This one is 5/16 by 7.8 length. So I'm assuming this is probably
Stock.
yeah.
For $2.99, that thing's a stock
And
replacement.
that one's 7.7.
Yeah, so they're all 7.8.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6,000s is not. The lifter will take that up. Can you tell me if any other store has one? Cerritos Road has them?
Yeah, you want me to call them?
Nope. It says they have 18. I'm going there. Airport Road has 6 too.
I would go to Cerritos for sure.
I will start there. Thank you so much
no
for your help.
problem. You want the
Actually,
part
yeah,
number?
let me get the part number.
There you go.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. Man, I love Adon, but he always tells me stupid ass shit. Like, from my machine shop days, I remember all 16 push rods are the same. I also didn't think you have to program the throttle body on the Corvette, which you did not have to. And just like anything that we talk about, he complicates it way more. And I feel like you guys got to watch out talking to mechanics, which he's a great tech, don't get me wrong, but they'll tell you some stuff that just sounds super complicated. And I deal with a lot of people, and I'll tell you, you got to watch out for the ones that make everything sound like it's a nightmare and only a shop can do it, because cars are nuts and bolts and metal parts. For the most part, they're simpler than you think. You just got to get into them, change some parts, and not be scared. Oh, there she is. Damn, I don't know how to drive. Ah! They got wires, $32. Let's go.
$30.93.
The second AutoZone had them. They only come in sets of 4, so I got all 4. Also got plug wires, $38. That's a deal. Well, I definitely said I'm not Ronnie, I'm Colin, and the dude put it under Ronnie. So I gotta find Ronnie and f him up for my point, bro. Look at that. He has my point. This thing's pretty sick. That V8 power, baby. Oh, gonna crash. Gonna stop while we're ahead here. Still have a Corvette. I'm not gonna put the push rod on today because it's dark and I gotta go tow a car right now. But I am gonna douse the valve in WD-40. If the guide is stuck, this will help clean it up. We used to do this at the machine shop to help free up stuff. It dissolves the varnish. Might need an oil change after this. Then I will also turn this thing over by hand tomorrow to make sure it doesn't just snap the new push rod. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, it is 2 days later. I successfully left the car in the on position for 2 days and killed the battery. It snowed a bunch yesterday. Yeah, I know, what the heck. So I chose not to work in that. Today we just got a light drizzle, so we can get some work done. I was actually going over the AutoZone receipt and was like, why doesn't this make sense? I only tried to buy one. He said he had to sell me 4, but then he only rang up 1. So I got 4 push rods for the price of 1. I swear AutoZone will hire anyone. We might as well put 2 in since we have 4. Well, I totally made a slight boo-boo and forgot these things need to be adjusted. So I really shouldn't have even messed with this one. But I did. So we're going to slide a push rod in and run through the adjustment sequence on both valves. These are like locking nuts. You can see they're kind of smashed in multiple places. So once you set the lash, it stays there. So we will go to 0 lash, which 0 lash is once all the play goes and we can barely spin the push rod. So that is too far. We'll test spinning the push rod, and that is, it still spins. And there's 0 lash right there. Now we will do the same with cylinder 8, number 7 push rod on this side. I remember the spec being 0 lash plus half a turn. Derek at Vice Grip Garage says it's 0 lash plus 3/4 turn. He also says not to listen to him and to do whatever you think. I don't really care. The lifters, so that would be opening the valve right there. Now we're backing off, so now we should have lash. There should be a lot of slack that the lifters are able to take up. So you don't have to be super critical. Now I'm gonna rotate the engine a bit and then check, make sure they're both 0 lash still. Do that a couple times, then we'll set our preload. That one's on the lobe. This one is now too loose. Okay, we're calling that 0 lash on both. Then we will do 1/4 turn, another 1/4 turn, 3/4 of a turn. 1, 2, 3. Those valves should be lashed right there. Time for the moment of truth. Huh. That one got me a little stumped. I'm gonna just try taking a 1/4 turn of lash out of it and see what it does. 1/4 turn. It's been so long since I've messed with the 350. We used to do them all the time, and even then I didn't really do final assembly. I would do like tear down, machine work, bake them in the oven, shot peen them, etc., all the bare blocks and heads, tap the blocks. Anyway, I did remember half a turn, but I did listen to Vice Grip Garage, so I'm just gonna back the other one down a 1/4 turn, and yeah, we should be good to go. 1/4 turn. And of course we will check cylinder 2 because we messed with it. 140. It was at 150 before, but the engine was warm, so we're good. Well, that is a huge relief to have compression back. So now let's go ahead and put the valve cover back on and put the new spark plug wires on. What's up, supervisor? What are you doing? You want a little kiss? Mwah. You want some smelly bolts from a Chevy 350? From a Chevy? Wire time. That looks a million times better. I got them zip tied, routed better. I didn't end up replacing the spark plugs because they look brand new. So I just brake cleaned them and scrubbed them with my brush. Now I'm gonna go ahead and plug the fuel pump back in and see how it runs. I guess it's better. I don't know. I don't know what this thing is. Pulling vacuum though. I'm gonna plug it. a little misfiery and it still smells like bad gas. Although I took the day off yesterday, I did go to town and get a temp tag for this. That way I can drive it. So I'm gonna put that temp tag on it and go to the gas station and we'll fill it up with good gas that will dilute the varnish. Also, shout out to my boy that gets me temp tags. We do business together, in case you didn't know, but it is fun to go by his shop and just bullshit with the boys. If you guys have any of these with a manual 3.4, this one got timing done before, so you want to pull the motor, do the timing, the flywheel or the clutch setup, and the whole engine reseal. It's way easier because what you guys did timing, now you're having to drop the diff and do an oil pan. So in hindsight, right, in hindsight, motor out.
Oh yeah.
Especially if it's manual. If it's auto, getting those torque converter bolts is hard. You got to go between the steering rack and that cross member, and you got to have like the Harbor Freight go through. It's I think it's a 12 or a 14, but then you put it on the 19 ratcheting open end and it's the perfect offset. But you gotta know, other than that, it's a nightmare.
Probably would have pulled the motor, but he kind of let me know after
As
I finished the timing, he wanted to do the valve covers. After
Right.
we did that, then he wanted to do the oil.
Right.
pan,
If he should have hit you with the whole list in the beginning. Yeah, that's how it goes, man. So apparently your prices were reasonable if he kept going for more and more work.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good customer. He's
Yeah.
got the money, he just wants it done.
Right. But as a customer, just do it all at once. It's easier. You get better quality work. I'm not saying it's not quality work,
it's just
but
better,
it's easier because the motor's out. It's easier to clean the valve cover seals. It's easier to clean the oil pan when you have it on a stand and can rotate it. Everything's just better out of car.
Yep.
So yeah, I came by because I'm pretty sure this is Colin's unlimited temp tag service.
Shit, dude. I thought you were just coming to chill, dude.
I kind of was, but like, you know.
For what, the vet?
Nah, no, the vet I registered, bro.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
That's surprising. Yeah, you have the VIN and everything for that?
Yeah. Let's do some illegal stuff, bro.
Let's do it.
Yeah, on that video, they saw me in Washington getting a temp tag.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So everyone's like, how do I get in contact with him? And
Oh, fuck.
I was like, this is not a for...
That's kind of crazy. Dude.
I know. I was like, this is not a for sale service.
I wouldn't do it for like...
No, exactly. Yeah. We do business with each other, so I figure it's okay. Here's the VIN.
You got your ID?
Yeah. Nope, it's in the car. Yeah, actually, it was snowing, and I was gonna push through finishing this push rod up in the snow, and then someone hit me up for interior pictures on a car I just posted. So I drove to town, sent them pictures.
CK2500?
CK2500, yeah.
How are you driving? Is that your car?
No, I'm in the vet.
What the hell's that red car?
I don't know. They just pulled up right now. Want me to pull out the blicky?
Huh?
What?
Out
The blicky.
the boom boom?
The boom.
Maybe they're here for a car, dude.
Bro, I'm gonna just hang out with you.
Yeah,
You make me happy.
Dude, chill out here, dude.
I appreciate
We're
that.
working, dude.
This is hard. We're hard work.
What's up, man?
I like hanging out at shops.
Come work with us.
Well, so Chris and I are working on some stuff. It's mostly my ass that has to pull some money together. Ooh. I work here now. That'll be $3,000.
I owe you.
I'll settle for temp tags, bro. Yeah, all these new techs, they don't know anything. They do what you're saying. They look up advanced. They put a cork gasket on here. They over tighten it and it leaks in 50 miles.
Yeah.
Fitbridge and you're good. Doesn't have traction control, so I gotta clean this thing. Oh shit. Your for sale car. Last car of mine you drove was the RB25 240.
Did I drive that?
Yeah, right here we almost like died because it only had front brakes.
Dude, I don't remember that.
That's hilarious. Just don't floor it in corners and it's good. Floor it in a straight line, you know?
Do some donuts.
Yeah.
That's sick, dude.
I love this thing. It's my new little daily. I'm about...
You drove this all the way from Washington?
Yeah, I've put like 6K on this thing. Should have kept Santa Fe Auto Repair. There's a hole in my tire. Oh, yes. That's why it keeps going low.
Use this shit. I always get this.
Well, I like the gray personally. If they have gray, it's our rigid. So like, does it say rigid? Rigid. Is the black rigid? See, I don't like this shit. It blows out after years, in my opinion.
Oh, really?
You know, like the orange that's squishy?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Is the blacks like that too?
A little bit, yeah.
What's up, bro? What's up? How's it going, bro? Good. You're working over here now?
Yeah.
Good for you, man. Bro, nice to see you. Yep. Want me to drive, dog?
You go first. I guess. What if I Uber you over there and then you pick up? Hell yeah, another one love. Okay, sounds good.
I didn't want to ruin your business call, bro. I was trying to wait. I love this little thing. It's fun.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah.
Trucker brakes this like nothing.
Oh, well, we're in the wet, so it's,
Yeah.
and it's on like, yeah, so it's sketchy when you're flooring it on turns in the wet and it gets loose on you. You're like, oh. All right, well, we have a temp tag. And no, none of y'all can get temp tags. I work with a bunch of shops, as I've said. Well, it is Taco Tuesday at Boxcar, and I think I just had the best experience I could ever have for how shitty my day was going earlier. I spent like an hour talking to this guy that stays in one place like a month at most. France, Mexico, Costa Rica, Italy. Just good to talk to someone. He went to UC Berkeley. We had a great conversation. We touched on politics, which I never do, and just we're talking about crazy stuff and having an actual conversation, which most people cannot do. Back on the truck tomorrow. Got the intake all on. Is it trying to stick a valve right now? That ticking is scaring me. We're gonna let it cool down. Solid. I also dug around on my parts shelf and found some injector cleaner, so I'll go ahead and pop this in. Couldn't hurt. And also, it's just been on my shelf for like 5 years. I never use this crap, so I can get it off my shelf. Yeah, classic Colin. I left the window down for 2 days while it was getting rained in. Oh, I gotta put the hood down. That'd make it so I could see. I don't know what gear it's in. That's park. Reverse, neutral, drive. There we go. I must have put it in low gear. I'm not sure where it's supposed to say. Oh, right there. Where it says it's in park. Seems to be running better. Definitely has the Chevy steering of half a boat length everywhere. Sick, they're all out of order, huh? But we do have oil pressure, allegedly, anyway. And our temp is up. When we brake, it does go hard left, so that's interesting. Gas station number 2 does have gas. I'm only putting 86 in it. I really don't care about octane. We're at 7,000 feet, and I just want to dilute whatever's in here. All right, 15.5 gallons. Oh, and I lied about oil pressure. It is apparently broken. Sounds about right. Seems like 4 works, because it's been in 4 this whole time, and it's screeching tires now. So let's try putting this in 2. Now we can see if we can do a Barney. Nope. On the bright side, the gas gauge does work. I really wish this would tell me what gear it's in though, because I think I keep putting it in low gear. Now I just gotta put miles on it and see if it starts acting right. Because if not, woo, she's gonna get a stiff talking to. We'll put it that way. Okay, well, It didn't break down. It's a pile of crap. The heater works though, so that's pretty nice. I'm gonna pull all this stuff out because it's kind of sketchy and I don't want that shit hitting me if something goes wrong. Also, the seat belt doesn't work, so that's cool. The headlights don't work, so also cool. I will fix that before driving it. I got a new switch, so I'm gonna pop that in right now, and I might be washing my hands on this. Let me turn the heat off. I don't want this thing. It's starting to run a lot better for sure. So I'm just gonna put some miles on it and we'll check back in later. I think it might be a good idea to address the distributor timing and just look at it and see if it's in the ballpark, because someone has replaced the motor on this. It's a little missy now. It like comes and goes. I think it just needs to be run to clear out the cobwebs. Let's do a headlight switch and go drive this thing 30 miles and get some food. Bam, just like that, got headlights. Someone asked why I don't check fuses. Yeah, I should probably start there, but these things always have bad headlight switches. Now I can drive after the sun goes down. I'm gonna check the tire pressure. The tires are about to pop just from dry rot, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. This one is almost flat, it looks like. Pro tip, when you're selling a piece of crap truck, don't include a bunch of trash. This CV shaft was in there, that's a part, and the piece is in there. Nobody wants that. All this stuff back here was also included with it. Nobody wants that because in their mind, if it comes with a bunch of parts, that means all those parts are on the way out. The truck they got the motor from was stripped and those are just extra parts, but the average consumer does not think that way. They think if a part is included, that means everything's going out. So it doesn't look good. If something breaks, they're just gonna buy a part. So I'm just scrapping all that. I didn't pull the stuff out of the bed because it's already loaded to go to the scrapyard. I just took everything out of the cab because it really just looked terrible. Now, it looks way better. And we got a blanket because the seat looks like crap. So it's time to go to town and get some food. This thing has no power. Well, we have made it to town. And I will go ahead and say this is the biggest piece of crap I've ever bought. Regrettable decisions. It happens. Sometimes I make a bunch of money on cars, sometimes I break even, sometimes we lose money. That's the name of the game. I can definitely still slang this thing for $1,000, but the tires are 20 years old. It's like a hazard. It's literally a liability. So, first, second, third. Is there a fourth? I don't hear it kick down. And the next one's neutral. I don't know. This thing's junk. Wipers haven't moved in 7 years. Let's see if they work. If I can figure out how. Oh, there we go. Oh, I think that made it worse. Ooh, okay. That was a mistake. Wanna be a baller, see through my windshield. I'm gonna fucking crash into someone because I can't see. I don't know if it's better or worse. I think it's worse. Steven's helping me diagnose the steering right now. The inner tie rod has a bunch of play on the driver's side. And the steering box is that's where most of the play is coming from. Steven's about to get his truck repossessed, so I said he can drive this one when he does.
Upgrade.
I really don't want to put any more work into this truck, so I might just wash my hands. I might do something. I really don't know. Okay. Yeah, it does that. Start it again. Well, don't hold the starter, bro. Yeah, it does that.
Did it misfire?
I don't think so. Maybe. The check engine light's on. Time for another update. I made it back. Truck seems to be running a lot better. Motor is pretty darn smooth. It's starting to run good. I will say the transmission is not kicking down or shifting in the right gear. It feels like something's wrong. And based on the height of this and the height of that, I think they connected the kickdown cable to the wrong thing. I think it's supposed to be connected down there. So I need to change that. But more importantly, I have no tail lights. So I pretty much drove home in the dark with no tail lights. This one, nothing. You can see the headlights are on. This one I've gone ahead and pulled out. I checked, I have positive, nothing, positive, positive. I assume the nothing is supposed to be the ground. I might have a loose ground wire. So I've come to the conclusion I need to get out of this truck as fast as possible. And the only way out is to push harder and just do more. So I'm trying to get... sometimes projects just feel like they're falling apart and you quit and give up on them and they sit forever. This one, I didn't give up on it. It just was low priority with everything else I was dealing with. I'm at the giving up point, but I need to push harder. So the taillight I pulled out, I pulled the circuit board off it. These are known for going bad. O'Reilly's has some in stock, so I'm going to hop in the vet, go pick 2 up, try one. If it works, we'll use the other. If not, we'll return one or both, at least the one that's unopened. Tomorrow, we're going to change that steering box. Maybe. We'll see, depending on how taillights go. If this steering box is good, we might slap it in. It needs a pitman arm. I don't know if you guys can see that. That is ridiculous. So, yeah, this is why you don't save junk parts. Nobody wants your shit. They want brand new parts. Taillights. We'll go from there. You f***ing kidding. What you mean, bro?
See if this guy's open.
Can you sell some stuff or no? Driver's left, passenger right. Let's do those. I can return them if I don't use them, right? Or
You just keep the box tidy and I got you.
yeah. Perfect. What's up, man? How are you? You raced my brother yet? He beat my vet, bro. We went and ran him. He's full bolt on.
Is your vet stop?
Huh?
Stop.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, maybe misfiring too. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe 7 cylinders. I'm not too sure.
Did he gap you?
He had like 2 car lengths on me. $71. Oh my god. Max that card. That was the manager I was talking to, and he was they were like doing inventory or something. Luckily, I know everybody, so they opened the door for me. Now let's go install this shit. Woo! That's dangerous. No lift shift in the wet. I love it. So it was $71 at O'Reilly's, and I don't think that's going to fix the issue because I wasn't getting ground when I checked some of the pins. So I'm just going to buy taillights and the wiring harness. I will have these in 2 days, and it will be only like $6 more, and we will get new complete taillight housings and just have brand new taillights on that thing. That's just part of the game. This is why I use credit cards. I don't have credit card debt like some people seem to think. I just buy whatever I need and return it because it's on a credit card. It's not my money, so I don't really care. It just goes back on the balance and doesn't cost me a dime. Parts will be here Friday. So I went ahead and hopped right under it and just looked. Look at that. And look what it goes to. That, which is a ground. Let's see if the taillight works. Oh.
Smoking cigarettes in the kitchen.
Nothing. Nothing. That's why I just ordered the harness. This seatbelt doesn't work, so that really sucks. I was gonna steal the one from the passenger side, but there is no seatbelt. I need 2 buckles and a steering box. I really don't want to put this on just for it to be bad. Oh yeah. I can hear some play out of it. Definitely seems tighter. That. Just gonna buy a box. I forgot the doors don't really work. The exterior, oh, I went to look for that passenger seatbelt and couldn't get the passenger door open. So I'm gonna pick up 2 exterior locks with keys. then I am gonna pick up the interior ones as well, because the driver's side, I always have to roll down the driver's side window and open it from the outside because everything on that truck is broken. So here we go. Another $61. Have it all here Friday. Bam, on the way. Gotta love Amazon. What a beautiful day. We actually got a little warmness. I'm so overdressed now because I looked outside and it looked not warm. Anyway, we got everything ordered last night, so I need to go pick up a motor. Then I can deal with this thing this weekend. This video was supposed to drop first, but that's how this goes. We now have to do 10 times more work than I thought. No big deal. We're gonna do it. So right now, to go pick up that motor, I'm gonna take this truck. We're gonna drive this thing, no tail light, no brake light. Hope we don't get rear-ended. But honestly, like, I'm not too worried about getting rear-ended during the day. What a beautiful cat. Look at your colors. You're such a pretty girl. Those eyes. Look at those eyes. Mwah. It is amazing that like everything on this truck is broken. See this one? Now the passenger side. You can tell they cross-threaded it in. That's why it's at the angle it is. Some people shouldn't work on cars. There's also like no coolant in this thing, so it's getting the finest tap water, which is well water. So I'm sure there's some good minerals in here. Huh, wasn't as low as I thought. Thought it'd take 2 bottles. Cool. It's like a hail wall. Gotta love New Mexico. And just like that, we are back to summer. Okay, I know I've been talking this truck for 2 days, but I'm starting to like it. And even when Steven sat in it, he was like, oh, I miss my old truck. Back in the day, I sold him one of these. Oh, it was extended cab though, with the lush red interior that you could just like rub and it felt so good. I sold him that on Boys, like with the agreement he would sell it back to me, which he did. I sold it to him for $500, and he was saying that it was like the best truck he ever had. So this thing, it's rough, but there's just something about these trucks. They're nice to cruise. Will I fix this? We're gonna find out. I don't know, but for now, pausing for parts, and I'm just gonna use it as my work pickup motor scrap metal truck. I was really considering just throwing $1,000 price tag on it and just getting it out of my life, but for $1,000, I'll use it to haul stuff. I do want to fix the seatbelt though. I don't like going 75, 80 with no seatbelt. I don't like that on 20-year-old tires. I also find this really amusing. That old Ford right there has no brake lights, and I'm 2 cars back with no brake lights. Just an old truck thing here in New Mexico, I guess. None of us worry about it. I mean, I'm more worried than that guy probably is. He probably doesn't even know. All right, we might have just drove to town for an engine, and my boy's not here right now. Let's go find something else to do. Well, I shot to the junkyard to see if I could find anything of use to me, and look at what I found. A white 1500. I'm highly considering taking the box just to paint match. It's a little smashed in here, but like, I think I can tap it out a little bit. And one of the main things I was looking for was seat belts. This one has the red ones. This one appears to have blue buckles, so I think it already had an issue and someone has... Oh yeah, look at that. That's a red one over there and a blue one over here. I don't care, as long as I can buckle up. I didn't bring tools, so I drove to Harbor Freight and bought this for $30. To drive home, it would have been an hour of my time and $10 of gas, so this was a free tool set in my eyes. The doors are kind of clapped. I was considering taking them. So I think priority is going to be bed, and I might take the hood because mine's all dented. They're like $35 here. The front bumper also does look better. Passenger side of the box is a lot better. Taillight's broken, but I got new ones on the way. Rear bumper is better. I don't know what I'm going to take today. We're going to get a seatbelt working. Tomorrow, we will potentially come back here, maybe with the tow truck, and get the bed. I think that's a good plan. Found a Suburban, but the seats are not in the best condition. So this one's aight. That one, meh. So I think it's best to go for the clapped out bench seat. Let's see how much it is. or do nothing and find good seats. I got to look into whether the buckets will bolt in. If they will, I just need to find a good one of those. And there's like 2 more here, but they don't have seats in them. It's 20 bucks for the beat to seat. So I'm gonna hold off and see if I can find buckets that will fit in. 100 bucks for the box. I'm considering it just because mine is cut up here, but it has no tailgate, so I don't really, and I've still got to paint the gate or find another gate. I'm gonna check Facebook Marketplace and see if I can get on something else. This right here makes me think I should buy the box. Now I'm gonna change that seatbelt so I can buckle up. Well, the truck has now developed a very sputtery problem. Surging. She's like, meh, 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 meh. So I'm trying to get it home. I kind of don't think it's gonna make it. This is bad. I think it's a fueling issue. I think the pickup's clogged from all the deteriorated rubber in the gas tank. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I am gonna go get a different car and tow this thing home. It's not worth it because, like, if I could take the frontage the whole way, but there's a spot where you can't be on the frontage if this thing goes. When I buy the box, I'm gonna buy the gas tank, put a different gas tank. Well, I'm gonna inspect it, of course, but as long as that car wasn't sitting for 7 years like this one, it will be better. This truck needed to be scrapped. It was junk. I don't even know why I'm still pushing, but we're gonna get it. We're not quitting. AA's for quitters. Don't forget that. Well, it's definitely getting worse, so I'm taking any way where I don't have to stop. I meant to go left back there, but red light. Gotta keep this momentum up or else I'm done. Look at how bad this is from a dead stop. This is stupid. Look at that. Barely moving and just surging. Definitely pissed off that person. My bad, bro. Good. Pile of shit's broke. Drive a for sale car. This thing has 122K. This is why no one wants it. It's a little rough. So I guess I'll just drive it.
See, this is where I'm going to tell you where you're making love to something.
I know, but that's because, like, the alternative in my eyes is scrap the truck, because I can't sell someone a truck that needs to go to the scrapyard. So my only option is to make love to it.
How much have you put into the truck so far?
I bought it for 15 and I put about 4 in. So I'm in at 19 right now. But now, maybe...
Stop touching it. Let me talk to 2 people. I'll get back to you. Don't do anything.
Everything's broken on that truck. Everything.
One man's trash is another man's trash.
I know, bro, and I keep saying that. To me, it's trash, but to someone, like, and today when I was driving it to town before the fuel pump clogged, I was really enjoying driving it. Ooh, I just hit this thing in first. Just change out of first.
Those trucks, dude, to be honest, in my opinion, they drive like Cadillacs.
Today we're gonna do the bed harness, the taillights, all that stuff is in, as well as drop the tank, clean it or replace it, depending on how the one at the junkyard looks, and warranty the fuel pump and just get it running right. I brought the tow truck, so let's go ahead and load it up. I'm gonna pull the bed off so we can get the fuel pump and go warranty it. I just woke up because I accidentally laid down at 3 p.m. yesterday and fell asleep till 7 p.m. But I've been getting like 3 hours of sleep all week, so can't lay down. And you buy more monsters. Anyway, let's go ahead and back this thing up to a spot where I can just throw this bed straight into the metal pile. I can haul that up on the tow truck and throw all the metal in it once I have this project summed up. Let's go. don't know what this is. I don't care. I'm gonna cut all the wiring. Because if the other bed doesn't have it, I don't need it. Bam, easy. I will actually be careful with the aluminum drive shaft because these things are expensive. Super light, but like $1,000 when you need a new one. All this is junk to me, especially that crap. Front shaft might be worth saving. Honestly, don't know how this thing didn't come off on the highway. It tried. And this is junk. I don't want it. Oh my God, I thought we were gonna take out the vet. Woo! Gotta start thinking stuff through more. Bed bolts, and we should be good to go. Whoever put this bed on didn't tighten half of them. That's loose. That's loose. They're probably all cross-threaded, considering it wouldn't come out. Well, there were 4 on that side. I'll get the ones on that side like that, and we'll flip this thing off. It kind of got wedged up over here, but it's okay. We can at least get the fuel pump out, verify that that's what our issue is. I was about to pull the pump, but then I realized I won't be able to move the truck. So I gotta move it forward first. And I guess I didn't do a great job of, oh yeah, well, actually, does that look fresh? That doesn't look fresh to me. So I think that's probably why the taillights didn't work. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'll pull all the junkyard wiring and I have a new harness and I can splice stuff if I need to. Come on. I didn't depressurize these by running it, so let's just see what happens. There's the pressure. The gas doesn't even look that dirty. Probably because I've been diluting it. Woo! Okay, that's what was pressurizing it. We got our ground right here. Oof. Okay, hindsight, opening the gas cap would have made it not do that. Oh, the vent, right. I don't know, I was expecting it to look worse. I mean, that's not great, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's pretty rough. Okay, that's really rough. Look at all that rust right there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just replace the tank if the one at the junkyard looks good. I really should have cleaned the tank instead of just throwing a pump in it. This is what happens when you have trucks that sit. This thing sat for 7 years. Love this truck. 12 valve is a beast. We pretty much need the whole truck at this point. We're gonna take the bed, the gas tank, the rear bumper, and the front bumper, and the hood. This front bumper is much better. The other one's dented in here and this trim piece is falling off. So for the price we're gonna pay here, like 40 bucks, can't beat that. And the hood, we'll just not break it right now. But mine's dented all up right here. Once again, 40 bucks, can't beat that. Let's get all this crap out. Should I even buy this bumper? Yeah, it's better. One strong ass window. Oh no. That's why they didn't take it. It's spinning in there. I'm gonna go through and see if I can stop it from spinning. Oh, my wrench is in there now. Like way in there. Oh shit. This has gone very badly. I wedged the wrench between the stuff. You know, I'm not on top of it, I'm below it. That's why you thought I tightened it. Because I was pushing it up, you know?
Yeah.
Didn't work though. So, I think we're screwed here. Look at that. I destroyed this wrench. So what I have decided to do is we're gonna jack up the bed to put tension on the bolt, and hopefully then the impact will take it out. So I got a block of wood from my tow truck, found a jack in a car.
Quick question.
What?
This wood, would it be smarter to put that side on top and just have the full bottom in the...
Yeah, bro, here, watch. You're recording, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, I hate you. I hate you.
You're so smart, bro. You're so
I'm gonna
smart.
punch you.
You're killing me, bro. All right, so now we'll watch the bed go up. Okay. Now with pressure on it, we're kind of lifting the truck now, all super sketchy. With pressure on it and light impacts means like I'm just gonna rat-a-tat it a little and stop. That way, once you get it spinning, it just spins. So we just want to get this bolt to break loose. I don't think it's working. Look, this whole thing right here is loose. Okay, so just don't get under the truck. Buy a cordless grinder. We were gonna go to Harbor Freight and get this Bauer for 40 bucks. It says, first of all, when purchased online, so I don't know how much that is in store. Then that's just the tool. A battery is apparently 60 bucks. So you guys know we've been demoing all the Hyper Tough. So I checked Walmart. Looks like Walmart, 65 bucks, has a cordless grinder with the battery, with the charger, with grinding disc. So let's go to Walmart and try a Hyper Tough out. All right, $74.50. Got the grinder. It comes with a grinding disc. Didn't come with metal cut off, so these were like $4. $74.50 for everything. Not bad. What do you need to tell me?
So this guy just came by and he was asking about some side work, if you're down to do some side work for him. He wants to know if you can tow 20 cars for him, and then he'll pay you.
You're with me.
I swear, and I have his number, and he gave it to me. His name's Luis, and he owns his white truck right behind me.
That Dodge?
Yeah. I have his number if you want to call him.
Didn't he see the not for hire sticker?
That's why he asked me. Are you guys no, not for hire? That's what he asked me.
Not for hire, brother. 20 cars? Nah. Because what if my truck breaks? Is he gonna buy me a new truck? I'd rather break my truck on my own stuff. That's why I don't work on other people's stuff. Does that make sense? I guess we should make sure it's charged before we just go back to the junkyard. Oh, probably shouldn't have done that. Okay, grinder. First mod on any grinder. Oh my God, they screwed it on. Oh, they're Torx? These guys are banging me. Don't use guards. Guards are for p***s. How do you check charge? Oh, look. Okay, we're at almost full. That should be enough to cut what we need. I'm actually pretty stoked to have this thing. For 75 bucks, I'll just keep it in my truck. Have a tow truck grinder. That was in the way. Oh, okay. We're almost there. I think we can slide it, actually. Oh my God. Hold on. It's the bumper. I gotta get over the bumper. Go up. Come on, for sure.
There you go.
Huh?
I got it on top of this.
Good. Come to me, Poppy.
Watch your foot. You okay?
That was shin to a frame.
Yo, walk it off.
Woo! I wasn't expecting that tire to rotate because my truck's on the ground and I just did the same thing with my truck. Do you think I got it? Let's see. Oh, dude, that's blood. Oh yeah, look, there's all the skin. I can't show that. I'm gonna have to blur that. No wonder it hurt, man. So this is the thing I had to cut. And then we maneuvered it this way up and that way over. That's why I had to buy the grinder. It's a catch-22 though. If that hadn't happened, someone would have taken the box because it only had the front 3 bolts in. They literally took all the rest out, meaning someone was trying to take it. We probably just scratched up the side, but nothing a little white paint can't fix. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab this rear bumper. It's kind of not really worth it, but it's probably 20 bucks here. And it's better, so we're taking it. So I don't know if my spare tire carrier works. So I'd rather have this and not need it than need it and not have it. And it would probably cost me $5. I have a feeling this was a running truck. Kind of smells like varnish though. All right, let's crack it open and see what it looks like. Wait, did they punch this tank? Oh yeah, they punched it. Damn it! I totally forgot the junkyards punch tanks. And it's punched here too, look. Right there. So this tank is not good. We still gotta find a gas tank. There's the bolts I'm looking for. One there, one there. Heavy. We almost forgot the hood. Gotta grab this bad boy real quick. Okay. There we go. You got that side? Yeah, if this thing will slide under the bed, we're good. $216. The bumpers were 30 a pop, bed was 100, hood was 40. Not too bad if you ask me. It will really change the look of this truck, so let's go pop all the parts on. Now, this is one of the things that happens with every project. Do I waste the time cleaning the gas tank and then have a questionable product, or do I replace the gas tank? And this is also the worst time for this to happen because we got the bed. I don't want to put the bed on till the fuel pump's dealt with, so this is kind of going to hold up the whole project. This is what we run into when flipping cars or, you know, just working on our own personal projects. We run into stuff. So right here on Amazon, I found one for 135 bucks. I'm going to verify that it fits. Let's see. What information do we need? Select bed, 6.5, 8-foot fleet side. I think it's a fleet side. Confirm that. Say it fits. There we go. There's our gas tank. 135 prime, $147. 150 bucks. I drop it once. I don't have to clean it. I put a brand new fuel pump in it, buy a fuel filter, just get brand new fuel system. That's gonna be the way we go, because I will literally waste $100 of labor today, if not more, trying to clean that tank, and tanks are so hard to clean. Ain't worth it. I'm gonna order this gas tank, and we'll replace the entire freaking fuel system. And then the transmission's gonna blow up. And then I'm gonna put an LS in it. This is how this project might go. I hope not. We'll just get as much done as we can today. Hood, front bumper, rear bumper. Rear bumper we're gonna leave off till after the bed's on, because it makes it hard to put the bed on. So, hood and front bumper. Let's go grab a little can of rattle. What the f did I say? Let's go grab a can of paint so we can rattle can the white on the hood and make it a little better. We're back at the truck. We have gotten the new hood, and it's funny, you can actually see that someone has sanded it right here and right here. You can see the marks. So we're gonna hit it with a little more sanding and just get rid of that surface rust that's on it. Then we'll hit it with a little rattle can. I'm not gonna bother doing great work here. We're not even gonna prime it. We're gonna sand it and paint it with that can of white up there. Because look at how this one looks. Look at these giant dents here. We're gonna make it a lot better.
Deportation.
We're gonna just show how work we can do. This is like no prep, no effort, zero effort. Steven and I were talking about how my pant was gonna be part of a scab. Bro, look at this. How's it look?
Disgusting.
That is so bad.
Peel it off.
Oh, and it's bleeding again too.
Peel it off.
Oh yeah, it's part of it. Oh, it's part of my leg now. Oh, it's not even that bad, bro. Not bad.
Like a pussy dog.
That's what I'm saying. Throw some dirt on this shit.
No!
That is honestly like a crazy transformation when you're 10 feet back. When you get up close, I love this saying. Okay, we didn't sand enough there. Or it had a reaction with the brake clean because, you know, in my eyes, that's wax and grease remover. But the saying is, if you squint, it's mint.
Dude, that thing's mint.
Now that the truck is back to its factory showroom quality, we need to move on to the gas tank. I didn't actually order that Amazon one because I need to get this thing done tonight. I checked AutoZone. AutoZone sells them for $150. So with tax, $170. They don't have them in Santa Fe. They have them in Albuquerque. So Steven and I are going to Albuquerque now. Just go look in that filler neck. Look at all that. That's varnish and stuff. I think it's too full. We'll find out. You could also put a jack under it so I don't get crushed. What do you think?
I should get a jack.
You don't think just send it and pay? Oh yeah, it's kind of heavy. Woo! Yeah, there's 10 gallons of gas in there for sure. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's like really cloudy and gross.
You should see the bottom of it. Look at the bottom.
Yeah, I know, it's disgusting. And like, look at how cloudy it is all the way through there. There's mad stuff in it. I'm gonna pull the fuel filter. Gun my eye. Oh. Let's see what color. Oh yeah, we had a clogged fuel filter. So our pump is probably okay. I'm gonna try to warranty it, but look at all that stuff that was going through. But let's check our other side, clear. So that shows you this fuel filter was doing its job, but she's done. This is a 34-gallon K2500 gas tank. And this is a C6 Corvette. Now that the tank has settled, we can actually see how bad it is. Those are chunks. Let's see if I can grab a bunch. That's not good. I didn't feel like putting this tank in the dark, so I didn't. But now it's a sunny day, so I'm back to it. I went ahead and warrantied the fuel pump, so I got a new tank, new fuel pump, new fuel filter. We're replacing the whole entire fuel system. And if I had paid attention when I bought the fuel pump, there's this thing that says stop if you don't clean the tank, it can affect the pump. Yeah. And there's this thing that says if you don't clean the tank, it will void the warranty. Luckily, AutoZone didn't care and I warrantied it for free. So the pump was like 75 bucks. This was like 16. So we're about 100 there. This was like 150, 160. So I want to say all in all, it's like 300 bucks for a complete new fuel system. I should have done that in the first place. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this bad boy in. First thing I'm going to do is brake clean out the line to the fuel filter. We could see with the old fuel filter, only one side was dirty. So we just want to clean the feed line. And there it goes. Purging out all that dirty stuff. This is the shield. So we're gonna take the new tank, stick it in here, pop it in. That looks good. Always make sure to lube your O-rings up. Silicone spray works. And the gas dissolves it, so no harm. So nice having a complete overhauled fuel system. And if we think about what year this truck is, like what is it, an 89? That stuff wasn't set up for ethanol, so all this newer rubber should be set up for ethanol. Bam, that's all the way in. fuel filter. We're gonna call that good. Oh, what a truck there. I'm scratching my new tank up. It is nice having a tank without 10 gallons of gas in it because you can actually lift it. That was easier than I thought, but because we took the bed off. And we need to get our O-rings now. Oh, it has an O-ring. Coffee lube. Little monster lube. Prefer not using this, you'll see why. My funnel is better. We're about to pour a gallon of gas everywhere, kind of like we did in the back of the Subaru. Let's fire it up, see if that fuel filter leaks. Did you hear it?
Yeah, it went ding.
I think it sounds better. Oh yeah. I can still smell a little bit of it as you smell that? Fuel filter's not leaking. We're good. Now, if you guys are noticing the smoke out of the truck, yeah, it smokes a little. It's a Chevy 350. This thing pisses me off enough, we're gonna put an LS in it. Also, you know how I took that tire carrier? Look, this one doesn't have one. I was wondering why the spare tire was in the bed, and I threw it right here. It's because there was no tire carrier, so I'm glad I took it. You know what time it is. Let's put this bed on. Was it doing both tires?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no one tire fire here. Is that tapping normal? Do you hear that? What do you think? Might do another oil change, huh? We're gonna turn it off for now. Let it cool down, it just got a little warm. Let's just make sure there's oil in it. Oh, it's black, and I just changed this. I think I need to change it again. I did not change the filter when I changed it. Yeah, that's black. So we'll give it, it's kind of, it doesn't smell like gas. It feels thin though. So that tapping, we're just gonna say is it needs an oil change. I think before we put the bed on, we should make sure the brake lights work in case I gotta mess with that wiring. This plugs in the chassis. There's a taillight, and we got 2 ground points. Cannot beat Amazon. Both of these, 45 bucks with the boards, with the bulbs, ready to plug in. I'm not too concerned about which side is which side right now. I just want to know. Yikes, why did that not push in nice? Interesting. There we go. That is part of the thing about cheap parts. You gotta be careful with them because they're made in China. There we go. I'm gonna assume that it hooks on here and that it's broken and goes right there, you know what I mean? So we'll go with this way right here. Oh, look at that. You see those pins all bent sideways?
Oh yeah.
That's the crap. Get them in the center. There we go. All right, you might have to make shade over these to see if they work because it's hard to see in the sun, you know?
Oh yeah, there's light.
What?
I think there's light.
No, I gotta go hit the brakes, bro. Oh. Come on. You crack me up, dude. All right. Anything? Let me turn it to the on position.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I think so.
What do you mean?
I can't even tell actually.
I know, it's hard to see.
Hold on. Nighttime. Just kidding, man.
But now?
No.
Nothing, huh?
Can't tell.
Oh, wait. Do you think I should ground them?
Guys, I'm the idiot.
Idiot. Oh, yeah.
I can see it.
Okay.
Hold it again.
Hold on. No.
Yeah.
So look, that's running lights. That's brake lights. Let's see if we got turn signals.
Yep.
Nice. I'm stoked. I'm gonna pop this in before the bed goes up. I'm stoked on this. This is starting to look like a truck. This side, little dented, work truck, no big deal. This side looks good. It's honestly crazy how good it looks just paint matching the bed and also all our paint touch up. And we didn't even scratch that much dragging it around. I'm gonna go ahead and bolt the box down and then we'll pop the rear bumper on and the new taillights. we about got the bumper on, but we did realize that it doesn't exactly bolt up the same. Something's different on this bracket. So we went ahead and pulled the brackets off the old bumper. So I'm gonna swap those over and see if it will bolt up. Brackets are definitely different. They do look the same on the bumper mounting side. Bam, it is totally mounted. Super solid. Nice. Even shuts better. Now let's move to the front. Time for the sad bumper to go and the happy bumper to be put on it. What a difference. That is insane. This thing made it look terrible. This truck is really starting to look good. I have one more touch to do. And I don't want to hear crap about me spray painting this truck. To the right person, this is a great work truck, because if anything happens to it, you just buy yourself a $6 rattle can. Look at this. This is where we drug it at the junkyard. I don't even know what you're talking about. I can't see nothing, brother. That looks me. Oh, look. See? What's that? A little paint? I don't know what you're talking about. It's a work truck. We'll get some gas and see how she drives now. Runs better. We're gonna put 40 bucks in this, and I just got a call about someone that wants to buy this, so we're gonna shoot over there and see if we can just off this thing before we put any more work in it. It's the next day. We didn't come to an agreement on selling this truck, so I am still hanging on to it. But I did drive it to buy breakfast today, and I enjoyed my breakfast burrito down by the river. And I really like this truck. The old CKs, they're great. And then I was on the phone with my buddy Rafa, and he was like, why don't you just sell the 2-runner? And I was like, oh, right. Because my reasoning was it's kind of my trash haul-in rig. But in all his wisdom, he said, why don't you use the truck? Duh. So between the two, the truck is more useful to me. I guess I haven't sold that 4-runner, 2-runner because I had this video planned, but I have other 4-runners that all the parts in the back can go on. So I'm just gonna post that thing, get it out of here, start using the truck as my trash truck. Cause like driving it this morning, I was staring at it, and to me, that's like a $5,000 truck. I'm still gonna sell it eventually, but I cannot sell a subpar car. That's why I ended up with so many parts Subarus. Anything that didn't meet my criteria of like being a good car got turned into a parts car. This truck, it's a good solid truck. Also, my buddy who looked at it, he was able to identify that it has a turbo 400. So it has a 3-speed. I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't kick in overdrive. That's because someone's taken the 4L60 or whatever was in an 89, maybe a 700 R4. That has been removed, and that has a turbo 400 in it. To the right person, that is a gold combo. A 350, a turbo 400, fully hydromatic, no electronics. That truck should run a long time reliably. So there is one more thing we're gonna do before wrapping up this video. We got some packages from Jeff Bezos. We got door locks. These were 30 bucks on Amazon. Oh, why does it say they don't fit? That's not good. Hopefully they fit. I consider these an essential thing because right now I have to reach outside and open the door from the outside. And those don't even work well. So we also got door locks, and they were like $27. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that truck apart and put on new door locks inside and out. It comes with tumblers. I like retaining the factory keys, so I'm gonna see if I can swap the locks over, but if not, we'll use what it came with. Look how bad these work. I don't know if that's like a normal thing with these older trucks, but I'm hoping these new things will fix it up. I did watch a quick video on how to do this because we live in an age where you can do that. When I was younger, this stuff was harder to figure out. Now, there's videos on everything. But none of the videos tell me how to get that off. So I'm just gonna assume that it's the same as every car. There's a little clip right here that you gotta get. I got the clip off. It was a pain. Couldn't do it while filming, but yeah, this clip, pew. Most cars do this. Sometimes people put them on this way. Don't do that because then it's almost impossible to get out with this. Put it on this way, and if I remember correctly, you pop it in here just like that, and then you should be able to press this thing over. You it'd be dumb for me to do this right now since I gotta take it off still. But yeah, that's how it works. I'm gonna take it apart again. Got the door panel off, and this is where a bunch of the rattling's coming from. This has clearly been apart before and was put back together with who knows what. I'm gonna take a bunch of self-tappers and just make it not rattle. And then these things are factory riveted in. This one is held in with screws, so someone's already changed this. On the bright side, I don't have to drill it, but I'm gonna go ahead and take all that apart and see what I gotta do to get to the outside lock. Well, I didn't realize that the window regulator is mounted to that, so to pull that black piece, you gotta pull the window. I'm not doing any of that, so I put the window up. Was able to finesse the lock, the outer door lock off. I had to unbolt this to give me more play, but it's out. The wind is currently wreaking havoc on absolutely everything, but all the broken stuff is out, and I was able to remove the factory lock. I wanna keep the original key, and I like that it has that to take up the slack. This tumbler doesn't have that spring loaded. Now that it's out, we can insert it. Bam, that's locked in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get all this back together and we'll see if it works. Well, there it is, all installed. The door's a little bent, so it could look better, but it works. And most importantly, the inner one works. The inner one doesn't work. Oh yeah, it works. Scared myself for a minute. The door alignment, you just gotta push on it hard. I was gonna go ahead and do the passenger one, get that chrome upgrade, but it works, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna put the extra parts back there for safekeeping and not worry about it today. So that's gonna wrap up this segment of the GMT400. I don't know what I'm doing with this thing. That side looks great. This side, we got the dent in the bed side. At least it's all one color. I have till 6.5 to figure out what I'm doing with that truck. It still needs a steering box, and it has play and some tie rods, and I hear a humming coming from the front right, so I think it needs a front right wheel bearing. Then on top of that, it should have like an overall tune-up, like the rear diff fluid, and honestly, not much more than that. But it is a solid truck now, so it is sellable, usable, whatever, and it looks half decent. So comment down below, tell me what you think it's worth as far as what I should sell it for as is. Pretty much all these old trucks, they need suspension work. They got loose steering boxes. It's a common thing. My Dodge, it's just as bad as this, and I drive that thing all the time. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. I do like having a beater truck. Get the yard clean. Now that the truck is looking factory floor room? What is a factory floor? Showroom. Floor room
is.
Oh my God, bro. Okay, cut that.